Hello and welcome. If you've been dreaming about a move to Panama, you're in the right place. We've boiled down a ton of expert advice from a live Q&A into this one high-speed briefing, giving you just the essentials. Okay, let's just kick things off with the single most important takeaway. You can do all the online research in the world, watch every video, read every blog, but the experts all say the same thing. Nothing, and I mean nothing, replaces actually visiting in person. And trust me, you are definitely not the only one thinking about this. The interest in Panama right now is just exploding. So in this explainer, we're going to break down the crucial info you need before you even think about booking that first flight. So, just how popular are we talking? Why all the buzz? Let's look at a few numbers that really paint a clear picture. This right here tells the story. Subscribers. And check this out. It's not just from one place. People from over 64 different countries are making the jump. Okay, so we know it's popular, but how do you actually make the move? Well, let's get into the practical stuff, the real nuts and bolts. And that journey always starts with, you guessed it, paperwork. So first up, visas and work permits. All right, this is the big one, especially if you're looking to retire. People talk about the Pensionado visa like it's the golden ticket, and for good reason. It's one of the best in the world. So what's the secret? What does it really take to qualify? It pretty much boils down to this number. The main thing you need is proof that you have a lifetime pension, like Social Security or a company pension, of at least $1,000 a month. That's the benchmark. But wait, what if you're a little short? Maybe your pension is only, say, $800 a month. Are you out of luck? Nope. You've got other pathways. For instance, if you buy property in Panama worth at least $100,000, that monthly requirement actually drops to just $750. Another route is to simply buy an annuity to make up the difference. So yeah, there's definitely some wiggle room. Now, what if you're not retiring and you need to work? Well, you've got two very different roads you can go down. Path one, trying to get a local job with a Panamanian company. To be blunt, the experts say your chances are slim to nothing. It's really tough. But path two, working remotely for a company that's based somewhere else. That's the game changer. You get to live in Panama, earn your income from abroad, and you don't need a work permit for that. It's the way to go. All right, the legal stuff is out of the way. Phew! Now let's dive into what's on everyone's mind. Money. How much does it really cost to live there, and how do you even handle your finances, like banking and property? So a question that comes up a lot is something like, hey, can I really live in a popular spot like Bouquet on $1,300 a month? And the answer is, well, it depends where. Right in the heart of Bouquet, that budget's going to be a serious stretch. But if you're willing to live just a 15-minute drive away in a town like Dolega, suddenly that same budget is way more realistic. Location is everything. To help you start crunching some numbers, here are a few key expenses to plan for. The legal fees for your visa will probably run you between $1,000 and $1,200, plus another $400 or so in government fees. And here's a big one, your car. You really got to think twice before shipping it. You're looking at a tax of over 20%, plus another $1,000 or $2 in fees. Honestly, a lot of the time, it's just cheaper and easier to buy one there. You know, a lot of us dream of buying our own little place in paradise. But what if you need a loan to do it? How realistic is it for a foreigner to walk into a Panamanian bank and actually get a mortgage? Well, the short answer is it's tough, really tough. Banks in Panama are pretty conservative with foreigners. They'll typically want a huge down payment. We're talking 30 to 40%. You'll need to already have your permanent residency visa in hand. And here's the real kicker. Whatever loan you get has to be paid off completely by the time you turn 70. Okay, so you've got your visa plan, you've got a budget starting to form, but what about daily life? What's it actually like on the ground? Let's get into the essentials, like healthcare, driving, and most importantly, who to call when you need help. The good news is, for healthcare, you've got options. You can get local Panamanian insurance, though just be aware that some plans might have specific local license might seem like a hassle, but it really boils down to two main choices. Path one, you take your current driver's license and go through a whole process of getting it authenticated at different government offices. It's a bit of legwork. Path two, you basically start fresh. You sign up for a Panamanian driving school, pass a written test, which you can take in English, by the way, and then a practical driving test. Now, let's bring it all home and talk about the final and maybe the most crucial step in this whole journey. Remember at the beginning, we talked about how high the demand is in this entire explainer. You can get a ton of answers online, you can make spreadsheets, you can plan, but you'll never truly know if Panama is right for you until you go there. You have to feel the climate, experience the culture, and see if the vibe fits you. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. You've seen the dream, and you've seen the details. When you finally get your boots on the ground in Panama, what's the one single question that you personally need to find the answer to before you can say, yes, this is it, this is home?